creative friends, it's Eugenia from Art Time is Saturday, and today we're gonna make a Christmas bird. um okay, it is, I'm not sure what they call the cardinals, but it's the gray one. I think it is the female, but I'm not sure. I'm not very familiar with these birds because I've never seen them in life, but I've seen those beautiful photos on Facebook that are the group that I am following, and I am a member for free for artist free reference photos, and yeah, thought that it's very cute, and I thought that I've seen them with lots of snow scenes, those birds on the photos. So I thought that it would be really nice for Christmas. I know here in Australia Christmas meant to be hot, but for the moment we have still winter. It is the last month of the spring, and we still haven't seen any spring. It was still 11 degrees this morning, so it's kind of, yeah, it's still cold. So what I have done here, I've done the sketch, which I will attach as a printable file, so you can, if you want to, you can go and print it and paint on it, or use it as a reference, which I highly recommend. So then I masked my drawing on my board. It is just a clip folder. They're pretty handy. I can have a couple of them ready to go with sketches, and so that's why I'm using them. And plus, when I need to tilt them for the pigment to move in the areas that I want, they're just light and really handy. So for that size, this is an A5 size paper. These folders are perfect. Now the paper I'm using, it is a 300 GSM rough A5 size paper, art spectrum. It's 60% cotton, just it's not artist grade, it's a student grade, but it's performing pretty well. I'm pretty happy with it, so I am not going to complain, and I will use it for today. I have masked it with my reusable masking tape because they're awesome. They don't stick, they don't tear my paper. But if it happens and your tape is very taggy and sticky, you can have a look at my video that I have about the masking tape, and if you have edges that it's torn, the paper, again, go and have a look at that video. I'll show you how to repair it. But the best way is to avoid tearing the paper. So now I will start with masking a couple of areas. I'm gonna use again my my toothpick that I used yesterday at my other project. Only because it's giving me really fine lines, and so I'll do that wherever it's I've got highlights, and I want to keep the bright of my paper. I can't put the photo on. If it was my photo, I would have definitely attached it, but it's not my photo, so I cannot put it online. Sorry for that. So you just have to have a look where I'm putting this these highlights and try to do the same. It's basically if I'm drawing light. And those ones will open them right at the end. I mean, if you don't really have to do that, because you can actually put highlights with some white gouache. But I have found that it's just better if I do them this way. And here for the twigs. For the twigs, actually, because it's a bit thicker, I'm gonna use my masking fluid tool. For masking, never use your brush or a good brush. If you have an old brush that you don't want it and you don't care if you destroy it, that's fine, you can use it, and then you will end up with a very handy brush tool that you're gonna be using it for grass and fair. You can end up with something like that. There's always use for this kind of brushes too. I have actually a video that shows how to make them after you use them with your masking, because you can never get them back to what it was. So make sure you don't use any of your good brushes. I mean, some people they're saying that you can actually put some soap first, and then the masking will not stick. But I haven't tried. I didn't have any brushes. Well, I didn't know that trick when it happened with me with these brushes that I just saw you. But after what happened to my brushes, I'm not gonna risk it. I just got this this tool here that's very inexpensive from Amazon. Actually, there was a set of 6, I think. They came to two different sizes. I'm only using one size because that's all I need. But yeah, they weren't expensive at all, so it's worth yeah, to invest to a little tool like that. So yeah, a few highlights here and there. And the colors, it will be almost, yeah, it's gonna be basically in gray tones, mainly gray, a little bit green, a touch of green like the background, a little bit green, dark green here for the leaves, and touches of red and orange for the fruits, the berries. So it's not gonna be very colorful. So definitely we have to make sure that the highlights will play a big role. But if you don't get them right, don't worry about it. You can always use gouache on top of it to fix them, or even a white gel pen, white pastel pencils. even normal pencils, white pencil. So don't stress over that too much. Oh, we're almost there. Just put a few highlights on my leaves, so to have a few different tones and to show them the direction of the light. And a little bit, oh I forgot this one. I'm gonna have to do it with for the eye, and these little tiny highlights on the berries. Probably have to use my toothpick for that. And the highlight on the eye. This I'm always losing it, the highlight on the eye, and it is so important because it just gives life to the bird or any animal that you're painting. And I always kind of losing it, and I always have to make sure that I put gouache at the end. So today I remember it, and I'm putting my masking and on the berries. At the end, I'm gonna have to tone them down, but that's okay. When it's like this, it just makes it much easier and faster your painting. If you have preserved all your highlights to begin with. Oops, I think I've done a bit of a mistake there, but that's okay. Because even if you have done like a wrong highlight, you can always cover it after so easily. So it's better to have preserved more of your brightness of your paper than trying to put it after on top. So even if you don't have that tool, you can just use a toothpick. Make sure that it's been worn out, like just rub it somewhere because I found out that if it is kind of new and it doesn't hold the masking, so it is good to be a little bit worn. And this is like a log that I'm gonna have here. Okay. Okay, and now we'll let it dry very well before we start with some washes. First the washes, and then we'll start our details. Okay, so that's it. For the moment, we'll take a break. Okay, there we go. Now it is all dried up, and I have prepared my my colors. I have I put colors on my face. for the first time. Okay. So yeah, I prepared my colors here for my wash. The background's gonna be light gray and light green, and then we'll work on that area first, and then we'll come into the details, which is the bird and the log, the twigs, our grains. But first of all, we'll start with a little wash at the background. Now, because the bird is mainly gray, it doesn't matter if it gets a little bit a touch of gray on it too. So I have made two mixes, one that is a little bit more gray and one that's a little bit more bluey. Whoops. Just put lots of water. I won't worry too much for my bird because I have masked the areas that I want them to be much brighter, and on the rest of the areas they will be darker anyway, so it doesn't really matter if it gets a little bit gray on it. It's a bit gloom there. That area is more gray. I think I should just put a touch of glue. And now that it is still wet or semi-wet, we can go and create like a little blurry blooms, kind of a bouquet thing. Look, that it's something there that is a bit not exactly knowing what it is. I'll probably let it dry already. Okay, I will leave it that way, and I will move on to my next level of background, which is the light green. It doesn't matter if my twigs become green, because they will end up being much darker, so it doesn't really matter. I will go over it with Payne's Grey probably, or something like that. And again, we want some kind of larger areas. Just go in here. I had a little bit of dripping there, and I didn't clean straight away, so it's a little bit darker, that area. It was my fault. Just soften here the the area between the gray and the green, not to be very harsh lines. You wanted to those two colors kind of to integrate. I think it should have a little bit gray here. Okay. Okay, so just leave it that way. And now I need to get a little bit, oops, it's a little bit too red. Oh, that's too red. I should probably get some colors from, now I'm using my Izumi Japanese inks, and I think I should just go into my Pretty Excellent and get some browns, because there's not much browns there going on. Yeah, probably if I put a little bit blue in there, this red will turn into brown. And yes, and just go in with some, oops, green down here. At the end, I think I'm gonna just cover it with the leaves. Okay. And at this point, it is, I should let it dry, because I'm gonna have to come back in and start working around the bird and the twigs, and at the end we'll unmask it and we'll do the final touches. So yeah, at this point we'll let it rest and we'll come back in about, not sure, soon, as soon it is all dried up. Just forgot the corner that it's uncovered. Okay. So okay, now it is well dry. Maybe not bone dry, but it's good. I think it will be, it's workable. So I'm gonna start working a little bit on the twigs, and we'll see how we go. If I'll try, yeah, no, that's fine, it's workable, no problem. I'm just using the darker shade here that I have with my blue and the Payne's grey. I hardly can see my my lines of my drawing, but it doesn't really matter. They don't have to be exactly the same as when I've done the drawing. They can be a little bit different. And as you can tell, my paper is not completely dry. That's why I have a little bit coming out. But again, it doesn't really bother me, because the actual branches, they're not completely straight. We actually want them to be uneven and a bit rough edged, have a little bit rough edge, but not too much. It has like blooms. So for the moment, we're gonna just do the twigs. And probably I should put a little music, otherwise we'll get a bit too boring for you. Okay, there we go now. I have done the second kind of stage of the painting, or third maybe. I let it dry quite a bit, and now it is, I believe it is ready, the time to unmask all the brides. So obviously I'm gonna start with a bird because I'm looking forward to work on it. So that was very extremely helpful. Have masked, or that I masked all the highlights, and now I've got them there. I'm gonna have to go back and tone them down, but that will not be an issue at all. It is a very easy part to do. It's very difficult to preserve them or try to add them at the end. Actually, they look pretty good. Looks like a snow here. I don't even mind it on the twigs, to leave it the way it is. We'll see. Even on the grains, or on the berries, there's no way I could have so bright highlights achieved with different way. Because every time, even if I try with my gouache, still I don't get really bright. Oh, maybe some areas like here it's a bit too much, but that's fine. It is easy to put some pigment there and to cover it. Okay, it is a little bit messy, so I'm gonna just have to put it in my rubber bin here. Yeah, a bit more here maybe. Just going over. See, sometimes I don't see it, and I just feel it with my hand. I think I got it all out. Okay, and now it is time to start. There it is a little bit. Okay, now it is time to start doing our little touch-ups. Definitely I will need a really small tiny brush for the bird. Here. Okay, I'm happy with that too. Now I'm kind of worried about the bird because it's kind of lost in the sky gray. So I'm gonna have to do a little bit more gray underneath his tummy. To make it come up. And his wing could be her actually. I don't know. This area with the beak, it is the most important, and I didn't manage to keep my highlight. So now I'm gonna just try a little bit to wash. Let's see if oh, beautiful. Okay, yeah, the wash just done the little magic. Great. And yeah, that's all I need to do. Hi, today my gouache is working perfectly. It's because I said that you can't get really bright with gouache. Normally I don't. But today it proves me wrong. Okay, so just a little bit fur. No, feathers. Yeah, our birds have feathers, not fur. Okay. Okay, that was it. I'm happy with the rest of the highlights. I don't feel that I need to add a lot more. Okay, maybe I could look, maybe here, because I cover a little bit too much. Just do a couple of, maybe it doesn't need it. Yeah. Does it? No, it doesn't do much. Great. I will leave it this at that point. I think I'm happy with it. And I'm gonna unmask it because it should be dry at the edges. And yes, it is. Otherwise, I would see my paper getting ripped. So there it is, my winter little bird. Haven't seen one in real life. I said it before too. I don't know, cardinals they're called. I'm not sure if it's the female. I know there are red ones too. I don't know if it's a different kind of species of the same kind of birds, and the red ones, or it's the male and the female is gray. I'm not sure, and I haven't looked into it, which I should though, because I have this question in my head. I don't really know what's going on, and I would like to know because I like them, and I hope one day to see them in real life. I know where I have to go and see them. I think it's in Europe or America. If anyone knows, let me know. To plan a trip one day. Put it on my bucket list. Why not? Whoops. In so small paintings, 1 millimeter of dark or light, it's changing the expression of the actual bird or animal that you're painting. So you need to be very, very accurate. It can be a little bit annoying if you're at my age and your eyes are not as strong as when they were in my 20s. Yeah, I had really sharp eyes and really actually I couldn't paint abstract or loose back then because I could see everything, and I had to, once I could see everything, I had to put everything down on my paper, and it was an issue for me. It's like I couldn't help myself. I know if the young people nowadays feel the same, or it was only me then. But now that yeah, my eyes are not as strong and so sharp, yep, I like painting loose. Yep. But still, I am looking for the detail sometimes. I do like that. Not always, but for some subjects, like no for a bird, you need to show that the fur, because that's the beauty of the bird, the fluffiness. So we need to show that. And same with the cats and dogs, and other animals. You need to show them the fades. They not only the characteristic, it's the beauty. You want to touch them, when they're like that, and to feel that softness. So I really have to do them a little bit fluffy. Yep. Yeah, I think it's enough now. It is too small to do too many details. The only thing that I haven't managed to do is this. That area there, I'm not really just here. I don't know. 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 I Okay. And that's it. I think I should leave it the way it is. I am gonna put my initials because I really like my bird. And it's my second Christmas picture for this year. Actually, I was just looking, and I started my YouTube channel in about 10 days from now. It will be a year, and I had started with Christmas videos. Yeah, it's fun to go back and see where I started and where I am now. Well, I'm not very far from where I started, but yeah, definitely I have progress from the sense that I am the way I'm working right now. Yeah, uh, painting almost every day, because to show you guys it made me I'm gonna say it yeah, perform a bit more. Anyway, we might talk about it when it's gonna be 1 year, and maybe I won't be just a voice. Might be might be a little, picture too soon. I don't know why I was a little bit hesitant to show my face, and I haven't shown it yet. So maybe it's time to break that barrier too, after a year talking to you, and not to be just a voice. Oh well, let me know in the comments below. What do you think? Do you want to stay as only a voice? Okay, so that was it for today. Thank you very much for watching me. If you enjoyed it, please don't forget to like it and subscribe if you haven't. Click the notification bell so you're getting notified every time we upload a video. And also the sketch for this painting, the drawing, I have attached a printable link at the description below. And hopefully we'll see you soon at my next video. Until then, be happy, be creative, and keep painting. Bye for now.